Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I am Akash. You can follow me on Twitter at Mangeko. Uh, this is the third day of the daily update where I take a look at Bitcoin and see what's happening and give my take on it. And if there's a good setup, I provide it. And I also take a look at altcoins and see if there are any good setups there, right? Just click on this link over here, navigate to my YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button, and click on the bell icon. These are the two videos that I uploaded yesterday. It's really good for you guys to watch these videos before watching this video. I'm gonna post the link for this video in the cards in the right top corner. So just make sure to click that, watch that, and then come back and watch this video. So yesterday, I think I posted a setup, right? This was a setup, right? Bitcoin price formed Monday's low, and then it formed Monday's high, and then I marked out this S12 demand zone here, and I expect the price to come back into this demand zone and then shoot back up, right? This was my plan basically. The projections in the red and the green, and the red one worked out pretty good, although it did move a lot lower than I expected it to, right? And then I expected the price to do some sort of rally up to 43.5k, and if we're lucky, we'll probably get 44.5k. This is what I expected, right? But what actually happened was that the price dug deep, went below the Monday's low, and then as you can see here, there was a lot of selling activity. So how you can interpret this, these candlesticks, like the candlesticks are really important. So let me just right, if you see a long wick at the bottom, it means there was a lot of buying pressure, right? So this particular, you can see that it started around this candle here, where the price opened here and then closed. This candle kind of indicates indecisiveness, where there was a lot of buying and there was a lot of selling as well, but eventually the buyers kind of won out, which is why the candle is green. Uh, in this particular candle, the price opened bearish because there was a lot of selling happening, and considering that there was a lot of momentum here, it makes sense for the price to continue selling here after this green candle. So it went below the Monday's low, and then there was a lot of buying that took place, because usually what happens in a ranging market is the price sweeps a low and then takes a U-turn and then goes back to the other end of the range, right? There was a lot of buying that took place here, although not enough to close it green. Again, something similar happened over here, and as you can see here, as the price tagged the weekly support level here, there was a really good reaction from the buyers, which caused the price kind of to close somewhere around this Monday's lows, which is at $38,151, right? The price got rejected at this weekly support, which was now flipped into a resistance level, right? There was a lot of rejection when price initially tried to move higher, but then as you can see here, the price finally broke through it, and now it's sustaining here, right? So what I'm expecting right now is for the price, like there is a massive inefficiency that is present here from here up to this point, right? And now this is getting filled. The price is filled up to this point. I'm expecting at least a run up to this level here, which is 40,258, right? It's not a lot, but what happens here is really important, right? And as you can see here from a 4-hour time frame, so the setup that I posted yesterday was kind of invalidated because the price went below the Monday's low and my stop was exactly at the Monday's low, right? So on a 4-hour time frame, you can see that the parallel channel kind of is forming, the descending parallel channel is forming, right? And you don't want to see price produce another lower low here, which would indicate the price is going to continue producing lower lows and it's going to go lower, and you don't want that. So what I want to see is for the price to produce some sort of a high above the previous Monday's highs, probably take out the last Monday's low, last Monday's high at 41,152, right? This would be a good start, but after this, I want the price to produce a higher low relative to this low, which would set the precedence that the price is actually going to go higher, right? Even if it does set a higher low here, I don't see the price going above the previous weekly open here or the descending parallel channels upper trend line, right? And the reason why I don't want the price to produce a lower high with respect to this high is because you can see here on the 3-day time frame, the price is already retesting the lower trend line here. So back on back in 22nd June, right, what happened is the price, let me just turn on one more indicator, right, from a long-term time frame, the price, all the candlestick bodies closed above the 200 3-day moving average, which is the blue line here, the CN line. So although the price dug very deep below this moving average, it closed above it. Similar events took place on all of these 3-day candlesticks, right? And second time when the price retested the moving average, again something similar happened. Although the price tagged this lower trend line here, the price managed to close above the moving average. But this time around, what's happening is that the price kind of moved around this level for quite some time. There was a good amount of buying that took place on 16th April, but this was eventually followed by a sell-off. Right, as you can see here on a daily time frame, the price formed a bearish breaker here, actually a daily supply zone here, and a move into the supply zone was obviously rejected, which led to this move down here. And the reason why I'm worried or like concerned for what's happening right now is because the price is slowly moving below this 200-day moving average, which is where a lot of buyers were present, historically speaking, right? So now that the buyers are slowly being extinguished, it means that the buyers are kind of losing control, and that the bears or the sellers are kind of taking control. So if that happens, then I'm expecting something like this, eventually leading to a move down to this level here, right? My main support level to the downside is 34,752, or approximately $35,000. So you don't want to see that happening. So if we get a breakdown of this ascending parallel channel here, it could kickstart this massive bear flag here. Okay, hold up. Yeah, there you go. Right, as you can see here, this is the flagpole, this is the flag, and what's going to happen next is if we get a breakdown of this ascending parallel channel here, the price could capitulate down to the theoretical targets. I'm not saying we're going to go down to 14K, but there is this level that I've been expecting for quite some time, which is the $29,100 dollar level here. And the reason why I'm expecting the price to sweep below this level is because the price formed Bitcoin right back in May and June 2021, July 2021. It formed equal lows at this level, so there's a lot of sell stop liquidity. So the people that long Bitcoin here usually have the stop losses present below that. So obviously, it would make sense from a market maker perspective for the price to sweep below this low. So according to me and my analysis, I still believe that the price should bottom around 30K or roughly 29, 28K. Right? I don't see it going below that, but the bear flag pattern that you see here on a 3-day time frame kind of forecast that the price could go as low as $14,000. So yeah, back to the short-term outlook, right? On a 1 hour time frame, you want to see price. Let me just clear this. Right, so now that the price is kind of recovered above the parallel channel lower trend line here and also swept the Monday's low, I believe we should see a good move that fills this fair value gap here at 40,250 258, and then continues going higher and tags the previous Monday's high. So this is what I'm expecting, right, guys? And if we're lucky, this is a conservative outlook, right? From the current position, this is what, just a 5% upswing, 4.8% upswing, right? And if we're lucky, we could probably get a retest of 43,534. And the reason why I'm expecting the price to go up to this level is because you can see here the price continued to form lower lows, again lower lows here. So what price did, so this is again, like I mentioned, there's a lot of buy stop liquidity or stop losses for people who shorted at these levels here. So when price rose over here, right, it collected liquidity resting above these highs, and now people that shorted here have liquidity resting above these highs over here, and that was collected when price actually made a move through this. Again, liquidity resting above this was collected when price moved above this. So finally we have collected liquidity resting above these highs over here. Now the only place left to collect liquidity would be these highs here, which is 43.5K and roughly this resistance level here at 44.5K. Right, if we're lucky, we could probably get a move up to 47K, which would be extremely bullish. and this is extremely close to this 50,000 psychological level. I don't see this happening anytime soon, at least not until we establish some sort of a support somewhere, yeah, somewhere around 43, 44K ish, right? So yeah, that is my take on Bitcoin. For now, I'm conservative. I'm just staying at the sidelines. I'm not opening any long positions. I'm not actively trading or scalping. I'm just waiting to see how the price resolves here. Because obviously, if we get a higher high relative, if we get this higher high relative to this particular high, then there should be, technically speaking, a pullback, and that's where I'm gonna long Bitcoin. So at least if not 43.5K, we could probably get a move up to 42K, right? Or this range high over here, which which we've completely forgotten about. Right, this range is still active, so we could get a move up to 42.3K, right? So from here, if assuming we get a higher high and then a pullback down to a desired level here, we are probably looking at a 5-6% upswing, right? This is, again, this is not a setup. I'm just speculating that the price actually is going to move like I've shown here. If this happens, then yes, there could be a setup. So stay tuned. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and click on the bell icon. If you have any questions, suggestions, and feedback, please make sure to leave them in the comment section, or you can go to my Twitter account, which is twitter.com/mangeko with a 0 at the end, right? And give me a follow. That's it for today's session, guys.